All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We are back with our weekly schedule. I was way overdue on a bunch of stuff. I'm solo, so I had to catch up on some orders. But I also gave me some time to get some stuff done. So I have some good stuff to run. Let me add in the coupons and get the giveaway running and everything, and I'll start starting some items. We'll do 20 available coupons. One for a day. All right, it's active. Welcome in, everybody. We have some cool stuff. These are pre-processed, so they just got some stringing in there. But I have some of the bug feeders, so they don't drown. $3 starting some of these. I have 3 of them. It'll be $1 starting each one. Work for the crickets, dubias, any one of your feeders. Also, like baby reptiles you don't want falling into water. It fills up to the top part of the print right here. All right, I got 3 of those. Let's get the giveaway running, and let's start running some items. Hell yeah. The the female is a little jumpy at times, though. She can get a little flustered. All right, we're going to get the giveaway running. We'll have it free, 30 minutes, and we'll do a 10 count. Another 8 suction cup wedges. I can fit them in the tiny box. So we'll do the suction cup wedges as the giveaway. Follow me and stay in for 5 minutes. That's all it takes. All right, here we go. And then we'll get to running some stuff. There we go. Yeah, it sounds like it. So I have some of these vents that look kind of cool. It ran out of the black material, and on the inside of the screw part, it made the threading gray. So I'll be running some of these. These are kind of cool. So it happens when it runs out mid-print. So they look the same as the other vents with the screw on and everything. They just have the gray on the inside, which is kind of cool. So we're going to run these first. Bet. So all of the huge ones went out on an order, but I can make more. I have a ton more of the black PLA coming in. I only have about maybe a 1/4 kilogram left. I have a bunch coming in tomorrow. I also did a big plate of the latches for the tubs, but the screw part doesn't work right. I have to make the threading a little stronger on these screws. So whole plate down the drain, but oh well, it's like my little prototype. It's 3M on this side, and then these, let me show how it was supposed to work. Oh yeah. So it's supposed to screw in here, so it slides, and then it, swivels here, like where it's supposed to have a screw, and then it just snaps down onto this part. But you can use a screw on either side because it's the same piece. But it's a pretty cool design. I have to do the tolerancing a little bit better, but pretty cool. All right, first auction, we're going to run some of these. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we'll do 5. I have 10, so we'll do 5 counts. Thank you. All right, here we go. This will be the black, and they have the gray inside, but they're still black vents. So, odd count Black vents starting at $1. They work for the 6 and 15 quarts mainly. They don't need any aquarium sealant. They just screw right on. These are what I sell the most of right now at the moment. My most popular item. I do make my own files. I made these. When I first started, I would kind of not make my own, but now I started making a bunch of stuff, which is kind of cool. I'm learning Fusion 360 and Tinkercad. Hell yeah! So it's less like coding and more like 3D modeling and a lot of like just random math and stuff. All right, 5 count starting at $1 for the 2-piece ledges or the not ledges vents. Damn. All right. I guess no vents now. Let's switch it up. We'll do some of these. These are cool colors. I gotta give a little demonstration for them. I use this random 6-quart as a demonstration. Which one? So these are my ledges. They're the dual suction cup half-ounce ledges. I have like the watermelon colored ones, like a light red and green. I'll run some of these, but here's like a little product demo. They work on plastic as well, like very well on plastic, so it doesn't have to just be for glass or PVC. Breeding reptiles, designing and selling files, and making the files at the moment are. I do a lot locally into like different reptile shops. I also do a lot of like bulk prints. So in between doing these lives, I make a lot of what's it called? A lot of bulk orders for ledges and food cups and random stuff to breeders. Bet, hit me up. You want like a life size Togepi or like a little mini one? I could do you a life size one for sure. We'll run some of these ledges. They're really, really well on plastic ones. So when people don't believe me, they work on plastic. They really do. All right, now we're gonna run. How many of these do I have? I will do 10 of them. They fit the half-ounce food cups, the cardboard ones, or the plastic ones. Or in any setup, even the jumping spiders. All right, take a photo. All right. They stick very, very well. They're dual suction cup. They come with all the suction cups and everything. Oops, shit. Dropped it. But yeah, glass, PVC, plastic, acrylic, all the materials. As long as it's flat. It won't work on like wood or anything. But as long as it's a flat surface. All right, next one. Oops, I can't even get it off the tub. Hold on. Those are pretty solid holding. Let's see how many I have of these left. Everybody shoot out requests of stuff you've seen me run before if you want something ran. Should I have a bunch of the glow-in-the-dark ones, but you can't see their glow-in-the-dark? I lost my blacklight pen, so I'm going to hold off on them. Because every time I have the blacklight pen, the glow-in-the-dark stuff always does better. I have these. All right, same color, different color, same design. The Polymaker Panichroma. It's like a silk green, and then it's like a silk gray. 2-color silk. Run more of these. I will run some 5 counts so I don't get murdered on them. I have a good amount of these, so I can run these for a sec. And then I will run one of the bug feeders. Those are pretty cool. I think she's going to lay. I think so. One more. Then she'll probably stop. Or at least lay her winter duds. Damn, alright. Anybody shoot me requests. Because, yeah. I have multiple bins of all types of stuff. If I can get one printed out right now, then I would run one. What's it called? That'd be like a buy it now, but I could definitely do one. I did run Trico, but I got totally burnt. I ran a life size, and that's the last time I'll probably ever auction off. Bet. I have my tester piece that's got slightly bent corners. Let me run it. That's all good. It happens. I'm just making sure to run small stuff until maybe we get some people up in here. Shit, where'd my little cup go? There it is. Now I can actually show them up. You have 2 count. What do you mean? Here is the snap-in stations. Yeah, this one still works even though it's warped. This is my tester copy. So we'll do... I have purple ones next to me, so I'll run some purple ones, actually. You have a 2 cup count. Like these ones in that same color? Or more of these? Let me know what you mean. Not at the moment. I couldn't figure out the suction cup sizing. I'm guessing I'll have to do the 20 millimeter suction cups, but soon. Right now, at the moment, only the half-ounce ones. Because I made that design. So I'm sure I can make a 1-ounce one, though. Hell yeah. I'm finishing up with some custom stuff, so if anybody needs bulk quantities or custom stuff, I can do custom stuff at a tiny fee. Like a design fee. Bet. I'm sure I could also find you a really, really cool one on the AMS, so it's full multicolor. It doesn't have to be a painted model. Or like a digitally painted, I mean. So it looks like a 100% licensed product. Hell yeah. Because mine might look like kind of, I don't know, bootleg Togepi. What type of water bottle fits the water dish? So the same type of water bottle fits this one and the self-refilling one. It's the like Coke bottles, the harder plastic ones you get at like the gas station, not the really flimsy like water bottles, like the thicker ones. There's also the mini version with the same cap. You know what I'm talking about? Like if you go to the gas station and walk over to the yeah, that's right. It's like the 2-liter lid, but with the smaller bottles. Fits all of those so they don't fall over or get crumpled or something. Hell yeah. All right, let's run one of these now. We got 18 people in here. Let's run it. These are good for baby geckos, bugs, whatever you keep, dubious, crickets. It can. We'll run one of these. I have to clean up the stringing because it's natural when it prints threads, but we'll do the no drown feeder tray or water tray. All right, we'll run one for $1. Let's see what happens. I have 3 of them, so oh well. These ones, probably the same as the what's it called? Maybe a little bit more than the regular water dish I do. Because they take quite a bit more plastic because they're 100% infill, which means that there's no hollow parts, so there's nowhere for water to seep into. Yeah. All right, we'll run a little bundle. We'll do one more of these, and so I have these little baby hides. Yeah. Make sure the lid was right. They have the little catcher on the top part, so the lids just snap right on. But they're little baby hides. For the 615 quart, they fit babies and juvie geckos of all different breeds. I use them for my little baby Ceres Sonorums and my Cresties. We'll run 2 of them at once. We'll do a bundle. All right. The bundle. I have a 2-piece hide and the water tray. We'll do. I guess we'll just start doing bundles and see what happens for the night. We'll just start bundling random items together. I think I have the lid upside down. No, I had it on. All right. I was making sure. We're doing bundles. Gecko Dan taking them. All right, next one. Next item. Let's see. Ooh, I have a good one. Give me 1 second to grab a little piece of plastic, and I have a good one to run. We'll do another bundle. Did anybody? So if anybody likes that last design, I have the same one in this really, really nice silk, red, green, and blue. Silk, same size, same design, everything. Just red, green, and blue. Hell yeah. All right, so we'll do that one. Here's how we're going to do this one to make it we'll see if this one goes to a bidding war. I have no idea. We'll do 2 of them. Oh, you didn't have to, Riley. Thank you. We'll do 2 of the red, green, and blue silk hides. We'll do a 2 count of them to make it hopefully like a little bidding war or whatever. 2 count, 3 colors. So this is my like premium filament. This is a lot more than the regular per roll. All right, 2 count, 3 color silk juvie hides. Starting at $1. They're perfect size for the little 6 quarts. I'll show one off real quick. They're literally perfect size. Just put one in a corner and put a plant over it. They're perfect sized. 2 of them. So you can put 2 in one tub or not. Is anybody interested in isopods by chance? I am doing a buy one, get one pineapple spikies. Because I have a ton I'm trying to Ooh, you interested in some spikies? Let me grab my little setup. I'll have to check my price list for them, but I'm doing buy one get one. All right, here they are. Let me grab my tub. I have a ton of them. Let me grab them real quick. Hopefully, it doesn't pause on me. There we go. So right now, it's a 20 count for $80. That is way cheaper than. Let me see which site. That is half the price of. Shit, I forgot the site already. TropicalIsopods.com. Half price of tropical isopods, and I haven't seen them stocked anywhere else. Let me show them off. They're really cute, and I have some nice bright like blonde colored ones. And you're guaranteed adults. It's not going to be a million little microscopic babies. You're guaranteed some bigger ones in there. But yeah, $40 10 counts is unbeatable for spikies right now. So spikies are these little dudes. Let me see if I can maybe show them better like this. They're spiky. They have spike shells. They stay on the smaller side. I do make vents. Are you talking about like the mesh vents? Because I use these ones. I haven't personally had any issue with them. Let me show you. This is just a certain color of them. But yes, they're in my shop. You just have them a little bit above the substrate. Nobody can get out of them. They require 0 aquarium sealant. They're screw together 2-piece vents. They work on the 6 or 15 quarts, and I can also do them bigger. Hell yeah, these are perfect. Let me pin my ones real quick. They're $2 a piece, so it's 20 for a 10 count. Pretty moderately priced. You can see a photo where I have them installed in the 6 and 15 quarts. So they're pretty good price. Let me show off the spiky again. I want to show one off like really up close where you can see what they look like because they're really interesting looking. There we go. And he said, "Do you only do those or also mesh?" Only those at the moment. I'm not a huge fan of the mesh ones because I feel like those geckos, like feet and nails get stuck in those a lot easier. And I currently, primarily use them for geckos, and everything I make is kind of just everything I need. That's how I started all the printing. Is I just started making stuff that I needed. It's pretty fun. I can do mesh ones though. They're 2 inches total vent diameter and like 2.43 total. But it's kind of hard to get an exact number on it because it depends. Because this part's wider than the bottom with the threading, but the total vent diameter is 2 inches. They work absolutely perfectly for the new cows if you're spraying right. And then here are the spikies up close. They're pretty fascinating looking. They're really easy to take care of compared to like their Cuban spiky counterparts. So if anybody needs any, I'll need to make a little listing. There we go. All right, this one right here. These guys stay on the smaller side. Let me see if I can find a baby. They're usually kind of hidden in the cracks. There's a little guy. Is there any difference for designs like these compared to the more square middle ones? Probably not, like ventilation wise. I don't think it would vent anymore. But my only difference with these is the fact that they're two pieces, and you're not going to need any aquarium sealant, nasty smelling aquarium sealant. They just screw together like so. They're easy to put on, and I don't know. I just took inspiration from all like the house vents. If my house has vents that look like this, then it's good enough for my geckos. So why not? And they're more for geckos than isopods, but I still use them for my isopods. I'll actually show off my first design, and you can see where I get the second design from. Here's my pineapple spiky tub. Here's design number 1. It needed aquarium sealant, and I hated it. If I decided though those, can I get a custom color choice? Yeah. So any of the non-premium ones, it's like pink, peach, orange, blue, silver. Like I have like a teal blue, dark blue, orange, brown, black, white. Like any of the more basic colors. I have a ton of colors. The shiny colors are 24 per 10 count instead of 20. It's just because it's more per roll. I'll show you my shiny roll right here. Actually, I have a ton of it left. So I can do it in the right count. Plus, I only have 1 spool of it, so it requires more print time. If I have 4 spools of it, I can have your order going on 4 different printers. But yeah. It just takes a little bit longer to print. Let me see what I have. I also have I have more coming in the mail, but I can do them glow in the dark as well, which is kind of neat. And these ones are cross-threaded. Give me one sec. All right, here we go. I have this like neat glow in the dark one. It looks like a regular white, and then you hit it with a black light, and it's not. It is. I made sure it is. Let me grab my spool. I think it says on it. Yeah, on the Kangaroon website, it said it was non-toxic. It's also, what's it called? Not in their like food or substrate or anything. The tubs we keep them in as breeders are actually probably 1,000,000 times more toxic than anything you put in there printed. Because this is actual PET with microplastics as well as off gases. Off gas is much more than the prints and all that. Like if it gets slightly too wet or too hot, this plastic will off gas, and people don't. So I don't think it would be any more harmful than just keeping them in plastic tubs in general. But I guess it's kind of up to the person, you know. But I actually use food grade PLA for all my black. I can send you the link to it. I believe it's Soylent is the company, but it's food grade black. Most of it is because PLA is made with corn, and it's all about their additives that make it toxic or non-toxic. PLA is made with sugar, and it's also biodegradable, which is kind of interesting. But I do use so for anything that has to go under any type of lighting, or I guess anything like that. Like this is a mess up copy, but I have the PETG trees. PETG has a higher melting point, and PET is what water bottles are made out of, and the same material as this basically. It just has glycol in it. So it's got more, quote unquote microplastics. Yo, Alpha, look at I made a shitload of these locks, and I realized, oh shit, give me one sec. The threading was too small to be strong, so when I tried to screw them together, they wouldn't go because look at the threading. The printer like made it all warped and messed up. See that? I gotta use a different layer height, I guess. But I keep having issues with that, so I might just take it off in general and make like a snap-on. I might just say goodbye to threading in general. But this part works really well. This has a really, really good hold. I'll show you. That's a sturdy snap-on. That's tolerance, nice. So it actually will latch instead of be like free floating. Also, could you make cloud hides for my Cresties? And so how much would they be? So for anything like that, I would just have to. I can't really tell because I don't know how much time and material it costs. What do you mean, like too tight or? It's on there good. I think you can hear it snap on. It's on there. It's on there good. Not too tight. Kind of just perfect. To where it doesn't destroy the lock. You can use it over and over. And then the perfect slot. Hell yeah. It doesn't even register on my camera, but I can't shake it off, so it's pretty good. Gecko Dan taking it. Hell yeah. All right, next one. We're going to run. Every time I do them, it doesn't go well. Never mind. It's the feeder towers. There's not too many like chameleon breeders or anything. Let's run another one of these. We ran one earlier. These are neat. The anti-drown feeders or water dishes. We'll run it, and then I'll figure out what to run next. I have so much plastic. All right, we'll run some of food cups after. Everybody needs food and water cups. We'll run some of those. We'll run the larger cups. I made some really wide cups for the bigger geckos and the adult ones, so we'll run some of those. Oh, I didn't realize that was at 80. My bad. I thought that was at 0. Let me rerun it. My bad. That was at the pineapple spiky. What I was running the pineapple spikies for. I don't know why it kept the same. Nobody told me it was at $80. It's funny. All right, now at $1. All right. Now I have the next one. So this fills up with water. You put a water bottle on it, and it fills water up to this brim. And it's for crickets, dubias, geckos, whatever. It's just so they don't drown in the water. Mostly for bugs like feeders. So you can actually feed them water. You don't have to use like the gecko gel. Or not the gecko gel, the cricket gel and all that for water. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking the gel packs, but yeah, the cricket jelly stuff kind of sucks. I will run some food cups. I made these way larger. I'll show you them next to my regular ones. I made these much, much larger. So we're going to run some of the big boy food cups. They're like little mini dog bowls for Christy Echoes. I will run, I don't know, 15 count. That's what's on that printer right now, making some. So we'll run a 15 count of them. Everybody needs food and water dishes. These also have 100% infill, so nothing's seeping out. Let's see. Should I think I'm out of the... Alright, I think... I thought I had another one of the hides. Hold up. Give me 1 sec. Alright, here's an interesting one. What do you guys think of fruit flies? Nobody likes them. I run a fruit fly trap. You got the anti-escape food bowls, so the dubias and worms don't get out. I have to resize them because they were a little bit small for bigger ones. They're designed for babies, but I can absolutely do them. They're 2 pieces, so it's a bottom bowl piece, and then you screw on the part that they can't climb up, if that makes sense. I think I might have them in my shop. I just might not have imported them. Let me see. I did have them in my shop at one point, so all right, I'll send you some photos. I have a ton of those kind of files, though. But here's a bunch of these fruit fly traps. We'll run one of these. I did it in the silk color, but the flies go in there, and you put in what's it called, apple cider vinegar, wine, beer, whatever, and a few drops of dish soap for the fill line. The fruit flies go in there, and they go to drink the nasty stuff in there. And the dish soap breaks the surface tension, and they drown. You just empty it out every night. But I have a ton of these out in my reptile room at a time, and I no longer have flies. So let's run the fruit fly trap. Why not? I think this is my last one I have in silk. Yeah, it's a little screw together design. So you got anti-escape food bowls. I do have them. Not printed out or anything, but I have the files for them. Absolutely. And I can size them to whatever size animal you need. I have a silk fruit fly trap. Smooth Gust Palmer. I am. Well, I started earlier, and they went for $1, so I ended up putting the vents away. But I can definitely run some more here soon. All right, that one went. All right, let's do. Let me search through my big bin. Let's see if I got anything cool. What do you mean? Oh, there we go. All right, let's do. Trying to find it. All right, let's do some vents. Let me see. View profile. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Let me rerun it. And I'll make it a lot shorter this time. There we go. I got you. All right, let's do some events now. Why not? All right, don't burn me on this one, please. Let's do... Oops. All right. In black. All right, here we go. We're starting an 8 count. That's what I have on hand left of these tops right here. I'm going to 8 count starting at $1 for the 2-piece fence. Please don't kill me. Yes, sir. All right. That was for the vents. All right, that's enough of the vents tonight. They take too long to print out. Let's do I don't know. I have no idea. None of the stuff I have is like screams cool right now. I just have a bunch of supplies. Trying to see any idea. Yes, I made your label. I dropped everything off today. I made your label through Shippo. I just haven't updated it. Yes, sir. I got you. But yeah, since you had me make your label through a different app, I just got to go in and update it. I got you. I can't adjust the address. Yeah, absolutely. Since I sadly can't adjust the address on Palm Street, I always make them on Shippo and then just forget to update them. So I'll do that when I get off. I got you. All right, let's do. These are kind of cool. I feel like I should maybe run one. I feel like I should maybe run one. I have a. Oh shit! Never mind. The door handle broke off of the not Panichroma, the Mossarium. I'll have a couple more for Wednesday with the LED lights in them and everything. Oh no way! You guys want to see something I printed out a while ago? I made a massive geek bar that fits a real one inside of it that's actually functional. If anybody wants it, I made it as a joke for like a Halloween costume last year. Oh no, it wasn't a Halloween costume. It was for a 4th of July party. It's a massive geek bar. It's like but it fits a real one inside and is fully functional. It just obviously doesn't come with one, but that's kind of cool. So if anyone wants it, let me know. It's fully functional. It uses these holes right here as air holes to get in. Yeah. And then it sucks the air through the bottom and the smoke goes out through that top hole. All right, let's start this one at $1. This might be the only thing that I actually get a bidding war out of tonight. All right. And this isn't painted. This is full multicolor. I mean, this is painted and everything, but it's full multicolor with the wording. This is kind of funny. Damn. I thought that was actually going to go on a little war there. Oh, you'd have to do that. Hell yeah. I never use it, so it's going to be cool to see somebody actually take it. Do you make any Cubone keychain like Gengar? I haven't. You know what I do have a file for, though, is a life-size Cubone mask for dogs. If anyone's interested, I can sell like a full-size Cubone mask. I do have the Cubone keychain though. Let me put it in my shop. I do have one though. Let me see. Cubone. Oh, hell yeah. I do have them. All right, hold up. Give me 1 sec. The circular file, I ended up buying that file. I found a couple on the bottom, but I make these ones. Let me find one that's for Alpha Q. I made the sliding ones. I do have a ton of hides, though. Let me find the ones that I myself made. Okay. Find his... Oops. All right. Here we go. Damn it. I might have taken it downstairs. Back to the order. Yeah. I'll have to put a photo of it in the buy it now and list it because I sadly don't have it in the room. I wish I did. I'm going to run this one. I've had this file for a long time, and I don't really work at a desk too much because I don't really need it. This is a phone holder for any desk. This is just a little screw to tighten it down onto the desk, but it's on a two-piece like swivel base, so it can spin 360 degrees, and it uses teeth right here to hold it in place so it doesn't move. And you just untighten them, move it, and then tighten it back down. I use this for streaming on my Whatnot streams for a little bit to sell cards. And this is a pretty damn cool print. So I think I'm just going to run it and see what happens. Yeah, so I'll show you the... it can hold, I think, even like small tablets. So it clamps down on the back two screws right here. Let me unscrew. I have big, clunky fingers, so it's kind of hard to like unscrew these. Let me see. There we go. But it can hold a phone up to this wide, which is 2-3 inches larger than my iPhone 16 Pro Max or whatever. So it can hold like really, really large phones, even probably small tablets of any size. And it's got the little holder thing right here, so it holds it in place. Yeah, this thing is pretty cool. Does anyone have any interest in it? I bet. All right, let's start it. It's like a massive phone crane. It'll come in multiple pieces. You'll just have to screw it together. It'll be easy. Because I can't ship it like this, sadly. It's a little large. It'll become flat pack. All right, here we go. I sadly don't have more than one at the moment. I can make some. They take quite a while to print out. It's a lot of plastic. But yeah, I can make some more if it's a popular item, 100%. But when it's fully stretched out, it's a little more than 2.5-3 feet. It's very, very large. But it's nice because you can also have your phone next to you and swivel it the other direction, whatever. Stop doom scrolling at work. But I will make some of different colors. I want to make like a silk one. I think a fully transparent, like PETG one would be pretty neat. But yeah. Hell yeah, Alpha, taking it down. Then I have an extra couple of these screws in a bag in my reptile room, so I'll end up throwing in a couple of the replacement screws in case they, I don't know, get stripped in an installment or something. Because it is fully plastic. Just I'll throw in some extra nuts and stuff. All right, let's do. Ooh, I have another Gengar. I have another Gengar. What would you know? Gengar keychain. This one is not post-processed. It's got some string on it and stuff. But we have another Gengar keychain. We're dollar starting. This Gengar is the GOAT. Gengar. Oops. Hanger. Nice. Gengar keychain. Starting at $1. It is cool. This thing's actually pretty sharp. Like on the back and everything. Pretty sharp. I do. Baby or adult? What are you looking for? Like the juvie ones? Adult. Let me put them in the shop for the buy it now. Bet I have what's it called, more of these. I have a couple more of the silk ones. What's that mean? TBB. Or yeah, TBB. Or TBB, I don't know. Oh, you're good. Oh, TB8, any heights. All right, bet. I'll run my bad. I don't know why I didn't put that one together. I completely should have. I'm trying to see if I have any more of those really cool two-piece ones. Give me 1 sec. I should. I do. Oh, shit. This one might actually get bid on right here. Okay. So, this is fully glow in the dark. Just a little hide. These are pretty goddamn cool. So this is a juvie hide, and it's 2 pieces, and it has the half-ounce food cup slots. And it's a rainbow glow in the dark, so it's red, green, blue, purple, rainbow at night. Let me see if I can maybe get the glow in the dark to work. I might be able to shut off my light here, and it might work. Let me see. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to try to charge it up under the light, because every time I don't show it glowing, I get cooked on these glow in the dark supplies. I don't want to get cooked again. Alright, here we go. Oh, didn't work. Alright, here it is. It's kind of glowing. It's not glowing as much as I want it to. But it's red, green, blue. And yeah, let me turn the light back on. Sadly, with a black light, so it's not fully charged up. But here we go. That was 15 seconds of charging in the dark. Or in the light. With food cup slots. So these also fit the standard half-ounce cups. So it has a little food and water dish. Dimensions of that. It is 4.5 inches by 4 inches, and then by 3.5 tall. That's off the top of my head. I'll have to get the exact dimensions, but I believe that's 100% right. Yeah, that's right. So like a 2-inch opening, 2.5 inches to here, so it's 4.5 total. 4 back, 2 inches for each food cup slot, and then 3 tall. So I was right. There's a lot of math. I can make another one. Sadly, this is the last glow in the dark one I have. I have just the regular white ones. I'm also out completely out of the filament. This is all I have left. I might have enough for one more though. Might have enough for one more, but that's the only thing left in my my spool. I go through the plastic pretty quick. Hell yeah! Let's do. I'm gonna make a plate of them tonight, but we're gonna run just plain white ones because I have a ton of that color on hand and bottom left. So the same exact design, just in white. We're gonna run some white ones. I'll have these done by tomorrow morning. Yeah, a plate of them. It is 3 of these tops. 2 of these takes about 6.5 hours of printing. Food cup slot. All right, same dimensions, same exact thing. It's just in white. And this is just my my show color. You know, and it's toleranced really well. You gotta slide it on perfect. There we go. Hell yeah, you're good. I'm gonna have the what's it called? More of the locks go out. I'm gonna try fix the layering, and then I'll see if I can have these go out tomorrow. The latches are tricky. I'm on like the 4th bet. Can you run 2 more heights? Probably not at an auction, but I can do a buy it nows for you. Just because they're gonna be going for $1 for 2, you know. But I can definitely do as many as you like, or as many as you need. Unless anybody else is interested in them, then yeah. Lori Lee, what's up? What we got one of our day ones back. Hi, everybody, check this out. Look at this grail I found in Home Goods. It's got the crystal ball and shit. This is tough. Hell yeah. Home Goods set me up. It was only $10. Let me see. The events from today and last live and others that are ready, except for last. Yeah, I have a ton of events ready to go. All the events are ready. I'll have a plate of the what's it called? Screw pieces, but the screw pieces are only about 2 hours a plate for 12 of them. So those are nothing. Hell yeah! All right, let's do. Yeah, I got you. This is a little sneak peek for next live. I'm gonna make, I guess tomorrow. See how many I get done. But I have the 4-inch vents that I'll probably make more of. This is my little tester piece because it broke coming off the plate. But there's what 100% infill looks like. There's zero hollowing at all in there. It's pure plastic. So there's nowhere for mold to grow and breed. Who did you pair Pearl with again? Just stare me down like I disturbed her. I paired Pearl with my lily white male, Himalaya. I was thinking about doing a high white pairing with her, but I ended up trying to see if we can get some cool tiger lilies or something. Let me put up these in the shop real quick because I gotta make a real buy it now for them. with food cup. There we go. The ones that go in there, I don't make them just because you can get them for so cheap on Amazon. I can point you to where to get them. I buy the 500 counts of the plastic ones for like a couple bucks per 100 count. Or do you mean these ones right here? Sorry. Let me grab them. Or do you mean these ones right here? I have but I can run these for sure. Oops. All right. So would you like the wider, shorter ones, or the taller? These are more for like water. Would you want like maybe 5 and 5? I can run like a 5 and 5 or whatever for you. Okay, bet. All right, there's some for reference. I'll start these real low. I don't think anybody else is going to go in on them. Let's do. I'll do the 10 count for like $3 if you're interested. Since you've been buying a bunch of stuff. So I don't think anybody's going to go in on them, so I'll let you have them for $3. For sure. And then I'll throw in some extra ledges and all that for you. I got you. I have a new little system. I have a whiteboard in my shipping room, so I can actually like keep track of colors. I do make ledges. Yeah. This is my design too. I mean, a million people have this exact design. It's not exactly an original one, but this is ones I make. So they're dual suction cup ledges, and they have what's it called? They work on glass, PVC, plastic, acrylic. They take the standard half-ounce cups, the same as the what's it called? The Hygibot, same exact size food cup station. And they work on all materials, obviously not wood and everything, but all flat surfaces. I use some badass suction cups. I have these in a bunch of different colors. These are like my watermelon colored ones. But I have a ton of different ones. I have some in the Polymaker Panachroma, which is my favorite. I think I have them in my shop, but I don't think the price is right on them. It's not. It's nowhere near it. Let me fix them. Every time I fix it, it reverts back. Because when you make changes during a live, it doesn't save it. So it's supposed to be a 5 count for 10, and it was a 3 count for 17 for some reason. There we go. I'll pin them. So these are the ledges. They come with 2 suction cups each. They are $2 a piece, and I can do them in a few different colors. And here's how much force they take to pop off. Nothing a gecko can do, but the suction cups almost break before they actually pop off, which is pretty crazy for these little suction cups to be putting in that much work. We shipped everyone perfect. Last night it got to like 25 degrees. Oh, I miss that. Hell yeah, we did ship everybody at the perfect time. That's why I was kind of panicking to get everybody out. That's why I didn't want to wait for the deli cups to come in or the food storage containers, any of that. I just sent them out in the tubs. For anybody here, I'll explain it. It's kind of funny. I sent Riley all of her geckos, but I put them in like little tub enclosures, and then she's a big box. I do. I have the glow-in-the-dark ledges. I do have some glow-in-the-dark stuff. Let me show them. I just gotta find them. I have quite a lot of bullshit laying around. Yeah, absolutely. I do have some good glow in the dark stuff. I just gotta find them. They like to vanish on me. There we go. So the same exact ledges you just saw, I had glow in the dark, the exact same color. If you what's it called? Order the listing I have up for them. I'll do glow in the dark, and I'll throw in a glow in the dark crystal dragon guy I have. This guy's 100% glow in the dark. I just gotta remove the supports off him and everything. He's like articulated, so he moves around. But yeah, I'll toss in a little extra glow in the dark thing for you because I have a million of these. Let's do a blue one too. I think I have a blue one around. Let's see. I know I have some good glow in the dark stuff somewhere. Shall I find it? Hell yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for stopping in. Let me see what else I have. Sadly not glow in the dark, but this is kind of cool. I found a Charizard keychain. If I can get the key ring on without snapping that little ring off, I'll throw it in. Ooh, look what I found. All right, here we go. I found more of these. I found more of my evolution keychains. I found more Leafeons. Should we run some of the Leafeons? It's like a baby multicolored Leafeon. It's hard. I have a couple other evolutions in here somewhere. If you give me 15 seconds to look for them, I'm sure I can find another. I just have a deep black pit of prints. I apologize. Ooh, I found another one. It's slightly messed up. I was gonna run it, but this part of his foot is like kind of missing. It's like a glow in the dark toothless dragon or whatever. He's gonna run him, but he's missing some pieces. The defect. I'll just throw him in. Come on, I know I got more glow in the dark stuff. Maybe in the other tub. Shit. All right, we'll run a Leafeon real quick because Leafeon's dope. I couldn't find the Sylveons I did. I did a bunch of really cool purple and teal blue Sylveons. I'll have to do more. We'll start this one at $1. Why not? But I had in my shop for a while the full evolution set, so you can buy all of the evolutions, including Eevee. But they never sold, so I took them out of my shop. But I'm probably going to put them back in soon. But you can get every single evolution, and it was like $4 a keychain I had it at. And nobody snagged them. I do have Umbreon. I got to make them, but I do have Umbreon. It looks really cool because baby Umbreon has the big, like, yellow ring and stuff. Have you seen my life-size Umbreon that I'm working on? I've done 2 of them. Ooh, bet I can do you an Umbreon Espeon. Hop in tomorrow and I should have them done. All right, bet. I'll have to run downstairs, but I have a photo of them. I'll just put a photo of them. It's like a monstrous 3'8" tall Umbreon. Let me put him in the buy it now. Not for sale at the moment, but I'll put her up. Or him. I don't know what Umbreon is. Is Umbreon a boy Pokemon or a girl one? Because I know there's boy and girl Pokemon, like Nidoran and Nidorina. Or Nidoking and Nidoqueen or whatever. Damn, where is it? I will find it. I will find it. There we go. There we go. There's a photo of it and everything. I have a ton of life-size anime like files. I have a life-size Trunks character file. I think it's Dragon Ball. I have a life-size Charizard model. I have all types of these crazy life-size models. Yeah. I have a life-size Pikachu as well. I think that one's in the shop. Let me put it in the shop. It's not in there. There we go. Check out the... So it's actually 2 times life-sized. I did this Pikachu 2.4 feet tall. A regular Pikachu's only like 1'4", 1'6". So I think you can click on the photo and see it. But that one's pretty amazing looking. Painted. But if anybody has any custom requests for anything like that, hit me up. Because I can do all types of really cool shit. I have a lot of these printers running. I have more than just my little streaming corner. But right now I only have 6 running until I move, and then I'll have more. Yeah. Ooh, I have the Garg file you sent me. I gotta pay for it, but the Umbreon is fully 3D printed. Yeah. So it's printed in multiple pieces like a puzzle. Same with Pikachu, and it's they use as dowels, and you put the pieces together, and you use chemical bonder. So it bonds the 2 plastics together and makes them like one solid piece. It's kind of cool, like melts the plastics together. It's called JB Plasti Bonder. But yeah, I have some crazy life-size files. Thank you. My next one I want to work on is the Charizard file. Hell yeah. The big thing with it is using primer and sawdust. You have to fill in all the cracks with sawdust and primer, and then you sand it all out, and then you spray paint it. Yeah. So life-size Charizard is 5'7" tall and 145 pieces put together. It's massive. I would sell them for quite a bit, but if anyone wants a life-size Charizard in their house, I would personally drive it to you by U-Haul. Wherever you're at. If anyone wants a life-size one. Let me find one in my camera roll. Okay, so I found somebody else who did it. This is not me, obviously, but life-size Zard. This is the file I have, though. This is what it comes out looking like. Yeah. I think that's an auction. Hold up, 1 sec. Let me do it again. I meant to do it as buy it now. 1 sec. You can't even see the photo. Life-size Charizard. Here's the life-size Charizard file with a guy standing right behind it. I gotta wait for this to. Oh, you guys can't see a photo of it? Hell yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? Would you make a Naruto one? I'd absolutely do one. I'd absolutely do one. All right, there's the actual photo. Isn't that fucking incredible though? It's huge. That's what I'm saying. I'd have to get it to you guys by U-Haul, but I'd absolutely do one. I saw one sell to a card shop a while ago on eBay for a little under 15,000. Because it's only probably a couple $100 in plastic, but that's hundreds of hours of labor. Like even my Umbreon took weeks of labor to finish, and it's still barely even done. No, yeah, no, I definitely do Naruto pieces. The only time I've ever watched that show is when I was in the hospital as a kid, and I didn't have like a bad sickness. I was just like, I don't know, I probably like broke a leg or something. I don't even remember what it was. I was a concussion. I was watching it. That's why I don't remember it. I had a concussion. I was watching Naruto in the hospital. It's the only recollection I have of that show. I was a Pokemon TV show kid. Every Saturday I wake up and watch. Every Saturday, Sunday, wake up and watch Pokemon. Ooh, another project I'm working on. Nowhere near life size, but I'll show it off. I'm going to dollar start this piece on Wednesday, so be prepared. I'm doing a grow vial. Any of those dual feeders that go in the ground. These would dig into dirt perfectly. These would press down into dirt probably perfectly. Just kind of press them in. Because the food, I'll put in a food cup for you. I'll show you. It doesn't go all the way down to the bottom of the feeder cup. Here we go. So it looks like you have about maybe a quarter inch of like dig it in. Oh hell yeah! We got a live product review. Let's go. For anybody new, we ran this one earlier. I want to giggle at it again. Pretty goddamn funny. It is a fully working 3D printed geek bar. I mean, obviously it needs to have one put in it, but it's fully functional and massive. Let me just put it next to my like little shitty one. That's pretty crazy. Let's do. Hey, does anybody here like my food cup organizers? Has anybody ever used those before? Because I have. Dude, spots last second is so weird. The veins are growing in it. That was a weird looking one. It was like half deflated. Has anyone ever used these before? They're the food cup organizers that are for the male end of these racks. So you just kind of like slide them on. See if we can get a live product review on these. But I'll run one. This will probably be the last item of the night before I hop off and feed geckos. I think this is. No, I don't even know what kind of blue this is. White, silk, blue. So these ones are sick. They hold 40 to 60 food cups depending on the brand. And they also just stand up regularly. You don't have to have them on a rack. This will be the last item, and then I gotta go feed babies. The babies are waiting on me. It's food night. Every Monday is baby night, and then Tuesday is adult and baby night. But yeah, Melinda G. All right, that is the last item. I'm out of here. I will be back on tomorrow with some hopefully fresher items. Um, I'm guessing the stuff I'm running maybe getting a little stale, but yeah, I'll hopefully have some new stuff here shortly. It's kind of a long process to design stuff, sadly, because there's a lot of like prototyping involved. But I am working on some new trademark stuff. So keep watch on Instagram stories. Usually, what's it called? Usually get first peeks at everything on Instagram. All right, have a good night, everybody. I will work on getting everything packed here after the geckos, and hopefully out tomorrow. Any labels I made through Shippo, I'll try to get updated here shortly. All right, have a good night, everybody. I guess I'll launch an after party or something. Is Mortal on? Yep. All right, here we go. We're gonna do a little raid on Mortal 30 Prince. He's cool. Have a good one, everybody.